Alright, so boom, check it, bro. We're talking about Cyberpunk, bro. Listen. Real quick. I'm doing a live stream playing Cyberpunk just to test out my live stream and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not turning full streamer, but I do want to do a couple events, and I got tests to see if it'll work. It doesn't work with Brawlhalla because Brawlhalla, bro, I like when I'm playing by myself. So streaming is gonna be even worse. So we're just gonna play like an hour of that, chat with y'all. If anybody pulls up, if anybody does, I'm just gonna be talking randomly about random stuff. You know the deal. But before, all right. Now let's get into what I came here to talk about. What Cyberpunk has gold, bro. It has gold and potential that it has so much potential, but it's so limited in its reach right now. And what I mean by that is that it's missing 3 to 4 key elements that will make this game far beyond. It will take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of saddens me that because I'm not an optimistic person. Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. I heard a lot of things that's going on, and even though it hasn't been said publicly, but you would know if something's going down. I kind of have the feeling. Right now, like they're not gonna do multiplayer. Okay, and I have another feeling that after this patch, that they might move on to a different project, and that's just how I feel. Right? Is that true or not? They never said they weren't gonna do that, but hey, you never know. You never know if they're going to do it. You don't know what the plans are. But I can see the problems that they're facing and why that this might be an option to just do the update or the DLC and then leave Cyberpunk. And I can also see the good or the immense good that could come out of this if they continue to develop for it and with it, right? All right, let's talk about the problems that they're facing right now. First off, They kind of got the synonymous worst game of the year, of the decade, of the century, blah, 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 whatever you want to say. Listen, the release was buggy. I was expecting something buggy, so I wasn't that, let down. Like I said plenty of times, the only thing I was upset about is crashing like every 5 seconds, but they fixed that in the first week, I believe. And then I don't crash out of Cyberpunk ever now, so that's literally gone. So I have no problems with it, but a lot of people were upset because they thought it was going to be this up to their game, and to some extent it is CD's fault, and to some extent it just how it came out. You know what I mean? But so that's the first thing. The second thing is they have no money. They have no current money coming in, right? All they get money from now is sales, and now the Cyberpunk is more in a positive light now because of the update and the next gen, blah blah blah. I heard a lot of people saying that, a lot of people that left early saying like, oh, I might go back to it, so it's the sentiment behind Cyberpunk being a bad game is obviously turning around, but they're only getting money from sales. They only the initial sale of buying Cyberpunk, boom, that's it. You don't have to pay anymore, and that's good for the consumer, obviously. But if the player base wants this game to be continually updated and maintained, they need to have consistent source of money, and they don't right now. There's no options. There's no you know what I mean. There's no way that Cyberpunk can make them more money after the initial sale. Okay, so they have no money, and they're also seen as a terrible game launch. And also, some of the investors, tried to. I don't know if they're still suing because you know how court stuff takes. It takes forever. I don't know if they're still suing, but they even sued PR because of all the quote unquote lies and stuff. I don't know what the state of that right now, but that also happened, so that's negative towards them. So they got all that right now stacking against them, right? And to have that, it will be a really good sense if I was developing Cyberpunk and I just had all that negative in my face, I was like, yeah, bro, let's just get this DLC, get out of here, bro. Let's go back to Witcher, okay? The good and trusty, okay? But now I want to talk about the positives they got right now, okay? The positive is that they may not be able to see right in front of them, and why I think that if they continue developing and get this game to where it could be even higher, this could be way better than any other game that you can mention, So first off, they broke records with the release of Cyberpunk. Yes, it was buggy, but all the refunds, they still broke records on Steam, on the most sales in a month or a week, one of those. And like, bro, the money they came from that cash flow, they upgraded their studio, they hired more people. Like Cyberpunk literally, I'm not saying Cyberpunk gave CDPR a whole nother gear to be on. They upgraded their whole system. They got more employees, more spaces. They hired more people because all the money from Cyberpunk, even people that were funded. I'm like all the people that, bro, all the news sites were saying, oh, blah blah blah, many people refunded Cyberpunk today. Will they survive? Like, and then you hear they get sued by their own people that was donating, whatever. Bro, they broke records while going through all that. They got different studios, more hires, like money. They upgraded because of it, right? And secondly, right, even though the game came out in a less likely state, it came back even better, right? It trust me, it's literally like a No Man's Sky, but they didn't take 2 years to help. Well, they probably did. I'm not. Let's just say they're faster than No Man's Skies and for turning around their approval. You know, like giving back the community's trust, right? And like, bro, the amount of people that just love Cyberpunk, bro, and it is amazing. Okay, you don't like this game has one of those feelings that like, you know that this is a game that I can play a lot if it was just like at this stage, if it had just a little more, you know. And that's where I was around the modding scene, right? I was looking around at a couple mods, and I play on PS, so obviously I don't get the mods, or I just like to look in awe. And then I seen Take the Flight, the car flying and hovering. That's amazing. I looked at the rebalancing of like weapons and characters, and how mid game you're kind of OP. I love that because I wanted to play it on harder difficulty because it was just getting so easy, but I don't want to nuke my save, so I might do that one time. I might do that for the live stream. It doesn't. We'll see, but like it was like very interesting to see how the community, right, sees things, right? Like I saw a lightsaber mod, like, bro, you know, they had car conversion mods, like that you could get any kind of, if you want a car in Cyberpunk, somebody's made it, you know. And you could just see that it was just, bro, I'm sorry for the yelling, you know the deal. But yeah, it was just like one of those, like, you could see how the community would really put their effort into this and help it flourish if just had the backing of of CD, you know, if they were just developing and, you know, stay with the community. It really reminds me of a TF2 kind of relationship. You know how TF2 stays developing they have new maps, new animations, new taunts, new weapons, and like you just like, oh man, and they don't even have. Well, they don't have the full support of Valve, okay? They do get a little support, even though they want to scream and say they don't. But blah, blah, blah. Anyway, hashtag same TV TF2, you know the deal. Alright, but now we're going to get into the part where these are the 4 to 3 things. I'm thinking of the 4th right now. I blanked out. But the 3 to 4 things that I think will elevate Cyberpunk to the top tier, okay? First things first, bro. We gotta have multiplayer, okay? Now, we obviously, they said multiplayer was coming. Is it not? You know, we don't know, okay? In what capacity is it coming? You know, what do you mean multiplayer? Do you mean go on certain missions with another player? Or do you mean like playing the server with a bunch of people, co-op, you know, stuff like that? So, we don't know. So, as far as anybody knows, that we don't know how anything like that's gonna go down. Damn. So it's gotten to a point where it's like bro, what are they gonna do? You know, I haven't heard anything about it. There's supposed to be an investor call coming up soon, so somebody will post about it, and hopefully they will say something about multiplayer. But as far as I know, I don't think it's coming. Okay, and that's why I think the second thing should come, at least if multiplayer is not gonna come. Let modders have complete access to the full game on all platforms. And what I mean by that is like the same thing what Minecraft's doing. Minecraft Bedrock, you can play this on your fridge, on your Samsung fridge, okay? You can play it anywhere. On that game, right, you click the store, and you could buy mods, skins, maps, all that. so we can have people on PC develop, make games, and then put them on the store for put them on the store. And look. Okay, this is gonna tie in with the other things I said before too about the cash flow. And then so somebody can make mods on PC, whatever, blah blah blah, and then you can put it on the store, right? You put it on the store for $20, $5 for free, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It depends. And then CDPR gets a little kickback, right? Probably 5, 6, 7%, something around there. I don't know. You know, I don't even know how much Minecraft takes off the top. So they'll have to just do their thing. But and then CDRP has a complete cash flow, as I meant, continuous cash flow, because people are gonna want to do new mods. You can have a total conversion mod. You could turn into if somebody comes out with a conversion mod and turns Cyberpunk steampunk, even though I don't like steampunk, somebody's gonna pay for that. It could be a $30 mod. They change all of it, all the looks, all the missions, all the people, all the characters. A whole new game could be in the game, and that's where I think that before multiplayer, I think they should add that. If multiplayer is not gonna happen, they at least need to add a storefront, from a modding storefront. That's what it's called, modding a storefront. Okay, CDPR gets consistent money, right? So if the problem is money, which probably is not, because Cyberpunk made them a lot of money. If the problem is money, then they could get consistent money from the modding store, right? And then the modders can get paid off of their work, and it can also help make the community thrive. Because if somebody makes a car mod where they make the cars customizable, because right now you really can't. Yeah, somebody can contact that guy or get inspired by that guy and make a better one or a different one or a uniquer one, and you can add those mods together. And then obviously you're gonna have to, if you want to make a mod for PlayStation or X, then you're gonna have to be more responsible with the amount of how much it, I don't want no PS4 or Xbox blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Because right now Cyberpunk is kind of unoptimized. But that's the third thing I wanted to talk about: optimization, guys. You know the deal. Listen, if this game gets optimized repeatedly, okay, let's say in order, the second thing happens, they get a modding store, they get money, cash flow coming in, they say, oh, this could be a good game, we could still continue. And also, by the way, even if they just have the mod store and multiplayer never comes, bro, there's people working on multiplayer mods for Cyberpunk right now. I saw at least 2 projects. I just had their names, the name of the project, but I really forgot. So you know where to find it. They're obviously early on, and it's kind of laggy, some stuff doesn't happen, blah blah blah, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather it be a modder added in rather than it not be existing at all. You know what I'm saying? But seeing that gave me hope. So if they get the modding store down, and that's all we need. Out of all these 4 things, the modding store is all we need, really, because the community can uphold the rest of Cyberpunk. As long as the game is still healthy, So, modding store, boom. Well, check that off the list. You're rolling in dough forever, okay? So, see, I know obviously it's harder to do that in other games, and I guarantee Minecraft had to put some hours in to make something like that work, and but it is what it is. I just think if something was to get added like that, it will help. Okay, so the third thing, right? So let's say the modding store blows up, they add multiplayer, but the problem is Cyberpunk is good for single player, but I don't think it'll be up there for optimization when it comes to multiplayer. Right now, they're still popping, and popping is not a problem. I rarely see it to the point where I can't play the game, but it's something's got to be fixed with that, and I don't have a problem with pop-up, as in you see it, but I have pop-up when it comes, when I'm driving to a building really fast, jump out the car, the door hasn't loaded, so I can't enter, right? The AI hasn't loaded, so I can walk directly into a compound, and then oh, where's the enemies? And they spawn all around me, and I get 3-tapped, okay? So if that gets solved, okay, and also, obviously, it's going to help PC too, so PC guys, you can stop crying about it, okay? It's going to help YouTube regardless. You can play on your toaster now, okay? You can run it on 4,000 FPS for the guys with the beefy ones, bro, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But optimization, boom, amazing. Okay, and I was gonna say a fourth one, but I really don't think. Anything else would like. I think if you have those three, you're golden. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to think right now. Yeah, I think if you have those three, you're golden. Okay, you're golden. I'll do that stream, Cyberpunk stream later on soon. It'll happen. You'll know what it be. But I just want to say thank you for listening to my fucking rant. Okay, I love Cyberpunk, but I had to get this off my chest and give them the blueprint to success. And the only thing that won't be effective, like if the only thing that won't help if something is a problem with Cyberpunk, if they just don't want to develop it. Like no amount of money will keep a good developer working. If they don't want to work on it, then it's just like fine. But come on, bro. You gonna maybe have to buy a PC to play some of these mods. They're kind of crazy. I'm really trying to like learn more about these mods and getting more in depth with Cyberpunk. I'm getting back into Cyberpunk. It took a little break. A little breaky break. That's all. But yeah, bro. Just roll the outro.
Normal person would have died a lot sooner, but that man just didn't want to let go.